Hi. Welcome to another riveting episode of the Consciouztv platform. You already know what we're here to do. You are here with your favorite breakdown commentator, and we're here to get into some things on this God-given Sunday. Now, I'm going to try not to have you guys here long, so this commentary should hopefully fall within a 45-minute hour time. Okay. I like to condense these things nowadays, unless we be doing, panel discussions and we can get carried away. But before we even get into what we're here to get into, I need you guys to go ahead and thumbs up the video. You guys know that thumbing up helps with YouTube's algorithm, but more importantly, it triggers up YouTube's notification system. So when you are thumbing up any live stream on this here platform, which is single-handedly one of the most important things that you can do, you are literally knocking on the digital door of another conscious crew member who has no idea that we're out live and in color right now doing what we do best, all right, which is reign in these streets. Okay, so I need you guys to thumbs up whether you are a Bush baby, whether you're actively in the chat right now, or even if you are a part of the replay gang. Thumbs up, up until it is absolutely stuck. Also, shout out to all of the new subbies. Hi. Love you long time. All right. Also, make sure that you have your notification bell set to all. And last but not least, please share the stream out to wherever it is you have digital community, whether that be your YouTube community wall, your Facebook, your Instagram, Insta story, the dark side of Twitter and Tumblr, your personal OF. I don't give a damn where you lay the link. Just let them whores know the real out live and in color. And with no further ado, let's go ahead and push on through.
I know a place where you can recharge your soul.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
And in the midst of brokenness, he gon' see your asshole.
Baby, that's Consciouztv.
You gon' heal, you gon' laugh and catch a little shade.
Ooh, girl.
Y'all know he be slaying, y'all better stop playing. Come hear what he's saying.
Ladies and gentlemen.
All right. Hi, you guys. Let me speak to you guys coming in before we get into this discussion. Hi, Ken. Pink bombshell out here. You're looking amazing. Thank you. I told you guys I have been getting my life ever since getting my life back. Y'all know, Gworllll, I had done raised my blood sugar to a 500, damn near ended up in a diabetic coma. So then I got out the hospital, immediately hit the ground running, got on a plant-based diet, started working out, changed my entire life. Now I have reverse diabetes and I am in the best shape and best health of my life. Okay. And I still got more sexy to go. So I'm feeling it, honey. I'm feeling the health. I'm feeling the wellness. I'm feeling the truth and the justice of it all. Okay, so thank you guys so much. What's going on, my beautiful Ray? Hi, my beautiful Ty. What's going on, my beautiful Mary? My wonderful moderators. What's going on, Toy by Starlet? Hi, VS. What's going on, Serenity? Hey, Girls 44. What's going on, Renee? Hey, Deborah. What's going on, Cali Girl? Hey, Boo. What's going on, Yvonne? What's going on? I am Nicole. Hi, Viper. Hey, Boo. I'm going to be on that petition as well today, Vipe. And thank you for creating it. What's going on, girl? 444. Hey, my beautiful intersex. What's going on, Sherry? What's going on, Serenity? Hey, Boo. Hi, y'all. Hey, Kiwana. All my baby mothers in the house. What's going on, Pamela? Hey, my baby father's in the house, too. What's going on, Kev and Yellow Boy? What's going on, you guys? Hey, Tarsha. Hey, Boo. My beautiful, classy queen. Hey, love. All my day ones in the building. What's going on, Connect Mobile? Hey, Boo. What's going on? Let me scroll on up, child. Hey, the breakdown. Hey, Boo. Hi, what's going on? Kwame Speaks. Kwame, I think you messaged me back. I'm going to message you by the end of the night, okay? I have not forgotten about you. What's going on? The Everything Lady Boutique. Hey, Boo. Hey, Linda. What's going on, Hemi? Hey, what's going on, Gabriella? What's going on, Queen D? What's going on? The King is in the house. Hey, the Jives. Shout out to Jive Nation. Make sure you guys support the king over there, honey, with his old nasty piece of 100K, child. Hey, boo. What's going on, y'all? Let me scroll on up. Hey, Courtney. Hey, boo. What's going on? Hey, Cynthia. Hey, love. I got to message you because I think you told me something, Cynthia. My whole weekend is a blur, but I think you told me something, or you asked me to call you to tell me something, but I'm gonna reach out to you, okay, love? I have not forgotten about you as well. I'm so behind on my return phone calls and texts. It's a damn shame. What's going on, Sam? Sam, be good. What's going on, Brittany? Hey, boo. Hi. What's going on, Robonda? Hey, JH. Hey, boo. What's going on, Sabra? Hey, Morky's mom. Hey, Layla. What's going on, CJ? Hey, Leela. What's going on? It's a lot of y'all in the building, child. What's going on, Lat One? Hi. What's going on, The Real Brent? Hey, boo. What's going on, Jackie? What's going on, Denitria? Hey, Yolanda. What's going on, Bed-Stuy? Hey, what's going on, Bala? Okay, y'all. Hey, DC. Hey, y'all. Okay. I want to also shout out Lolisa for the old nasty piece of cash app. I did not get a chance to thank my old nasty. Oh, my God. Girl, y'all already getting this started on the cash app. How doing? I want to shout out Lolisa, my boo Lolisa. Y'all know Arthur Miller, the civil rights activist girl, his beautiful baby girl who is a supporter of the platform and Patreon. I love you down, boots. But she had sent me old nasty donation in the last live. Shout out to my baby mother Lolisa. Hey, boo. And of course, shout out to my baby mother Cheryl, who says, for stat loving. Thank you, babes. And Viper. Oh my God. What a child support payment to the baby father. Thank you, Vipe. My God. Today, this is why I do this, girl, for you all, honey. And y'all definitely pay me for my pain real good, okay? Hey, y'all. So we got quite a bit to get into, you guys. I don't want to keep you guys here too long. This commentary is going to get very interesting toward the end. We're going to have to build up a little bit because there's been a lot going on. You guys know that we have not reported on Unhinged with Foloco's K favorite Midtown pastor, Bishop Whitehead, or as you all better may know him, Bishop Criminal Head. Okay, he's been low-key chilling out, you know, for a while now. I think he's been getting those prayers together, girl, because you guys know that he starts trial at the top of next year, okay? But he seems to be revving it back up because, you know, the more nervous that narcissists get, the more they act out. Okay, because they need to ventilate that anxiety, all right? And I'm sure that he's on pins and needles, okay, because he's only 3 months out from facing off with the feds, girl, and the way those indictments and superseded indictments are looking, it's going to go down. He has his work cut out for him. Great. Okay, totally cut out for him. Hold on. I think I'm getting some more something. Oh my God, shout out to my baby mother, Angela. Hey, love. Angela, hey, boo, for just being you. Thank you, honey. I love when y'all spend all y'all men's money on y'all side piece, CTV. Thank you, baby mother. God bless y'all today. Y'all are making my day, honey. I live for y'all, okay? So, Bishop Whitehead, girl, he's getting nervous, girl. He's spooked and nervous out here in these streets. But before we get into all things Bishop Whitehead, you guys know that we had a live over the weekend where we talked about Zeus Network and we spoke about Krishan Rock and Blueface and this baby that's an endangered damn species at this point, okay? You guys know Krishan Rock has been in the news ever since having her child. She had him in a sling in a Walmart, and it looked like the baby was sliding over to the left and about to go meet God early, baby. Okay, so she got dragged. CPS got called, and then things got worse when Blueface posted pictures to the worldwide internet of his baby boy's genitals. Okay, this resulted in major outrage. CPS has gotten involved once again. Apparently, the baby is suffering from a hernia that is lodged in his genital area, which has caused his genitals to swell up. Blueface thought the World Wide Web needed to be in him and his baby mama's business and posted the injury, which involved his baby boy's genitals, to the internet. And now both Chrisean Rock and Blueface are allegedly under investigation because apparently Chrisean Rock sent the pictures to Blueface. Okay, so I guess the feds, Gworllll, and CPS want to get involved to make sure that it's no pedophilic energy or motivation or intention behind the transference of these images, especially since those images then were put up online, which is completely inappropriate and more than likely illegal. Okay, now you guys know things got worse because Chrisean Rock then went on to explain her behavior. Blueface accused her of being a terrible mom and said that the only reason that he posted the images is because he wanted the world to know that Chrisean Rock is the negligent, reckless mother who has not been taking the baby boy to his respected doctor's appointments, okay? That she's out partying, getting drunk, popping that puss all over the West Coast, and his son is sitting there with a hernia that's not getting the medical attention that it deserves, because there are, according to Blueface, doctor's appointments in line and in tow and in queue, okay, to observe this hernia, to test this hernia, to screen this hernia. And according to him, Chrisean Rock is not really interested, okay, in keeping up with the appointments thereof, girl. So she retaliated by then taking to the internet and accusing Blueface of being gay, accused him of also having his other son's penis pictures in his phone. Okay, and just made all type of salacious pedophilic claims against her baby father, and she also threatened to press charges against him as a result of him posting their baby boy's genitals to the internet. Since then, Blueface has claimed that he lost his phone. Apparently, he's been calling Chrisean Rock nonstop in order to get her to back down from aligning herself with CPS or the feds who may be involved at this point so that his black ass doesn't go to jail. He also claimed that his phone was hacked. Girl, it is a hot mess. As a result, I held a panel discussion with the community because I know that Zeus Network is a reprobate at this point, okay? They are a no-go. They're done, okay? They are completely low class, bottom of the barrel, and they're here for the black exploitation of it all. Who I do feel can be saved, girl, are black media, specifically black-led, black-directed, black-centered blogs like the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, etc., who have been integral in promoting, pushing the Chrisean Rock Blueface agenda, force-feeding the living dog-ish out of, to us, them, okay? To the point that for the past few weeks, every time there is a Blueface and Chrisean Rock posts, consumers, viewers, supporters of these blogs are literally in the comment sections begging these major blogs, especially black major blogs, who should have some sense of conscience, who should have some sense of ethics, okay, to stop force feeding us the Blueface Chrisean Rock narrative, because at this point, it is a public health concern. People are literally re-traumatized because most of us, black and brown, coming up in the community, have witnessed domestic violence. We were raised by single mothers. We had dysfunctional fathers. And then having a black baby, a black infant child at the hem and now the center of this debauchery, who's only 2 days old and is already being subjected to CPS investigations. My whole attitude was, Neighborhood Talk and Shade Room, y'all need to stop y'all shit. I know that Zeus Network is cutting y'all a check, and this is capitalism at its most powerful, But all money ain't good money. And at this point, there needs to be a public outcry and boycotting unto these blogs to give them an ultimatum and for us to let them know what we will consider entertainment and what we will consider absolutely inherently just flat out harmful. Okay? The Blueface and Chrisean Rock is not equivalent to the man-made, manufactured, scripted drama that plays out on Real Housewives of Atlanta and Basketball Wives and Love and Hip Hop. This is real life exploitation. There's a child that is clinging to life, okay? A child who is suffering medically, a child whose genitals were published to the internet for all types of freaks to obsess over. And here it is, you have Black major blogs participating in making these two incompetent mother lovers rich, successful, and participating and giving them a reason to maintain their antics because they're being rewarded accordingly for those antics. This is where the buck ends. Just like we held Erica Mena accountable, y'all also sat Funky Dineva down for several days. We need to use that same power of cancel culture in order to make a move as it relates to supporting these blogs that want to participate in exploiting a Black child and a Black young mother who's already, if you ask me, suffering from some mental health issues and childhood trauma. Okay? In this era and space of Black femicide rates rising through the roof, there's no fucking place for the glamorization of the abuse of Black women, and certainly not the abuse and negligence of a Black fucking child. So I hit the unsubscribe button from both the Shade Room and Neighborhood Talk Friday. I decided that if I see any major blogs pushing that ish down my timeline, I would hit the unsubscribe button. But we took it a step further. And our beautiful Viper of the Conscious Crew Kingdom made a petition over the weekend that everyone can sign in order to wake it up out here in these streets, okay? And to let the blogs know that we're drawing the line here, okay? And we're going to follow suit by pulling out our support until there is an agreement that the Chrisean Rock and Blueface agenda will not be pushed onto us. And if so, they can expect to see a mass exodus on that little nasty piece of subscriber count, okay? So what I'm going to do is show you guys that petition courtesy of Viper. Thank you so much. I signed it, she signed it, and I'm going to put it in the description box, and I'm also going to put it in the live chat so you guys can circulate it and percolate it. Please sign it off. Please give your reasons for why you're signing this petition and spread the news, make noise, share this out to your Facebook, share this out to your Insta story, Snapchat it, and do it at least once daily on your social medias and get the word out, okay, that we're holding Black media specifically accountable, okay? And we're not asking for the Shade Room and the Neighborhood Talk to be canceled, period, but we're asking them to stop a certain type of content that, once again, is at this point a public safety concern. This content does nothing but leave viewers in a state of panic, suspense, anxiety, and powerlessness. It is so traumatizing and ridiculously abusive to deal with watching this stuff play out in real time. If Blueface and Chrisean are going to hurt each other and hurt their baby in the process, and there's nothing we can do about it, then the lesser of the two evils is let them go do all that in private. I don't want to see the train wreck in real time. I don't want to see the abuse and the violence and the suspense of it all in real time. If this is going to go somewhere really bad and really dark, it needs to go happen in the nooks and crevices of their lives rather than taking us along the ride of the choo-choo train to Traumaville. Ain't no reason for all of us to be destroyed spiritually and mentally in the onslaught of these people committing to their gross, negligent, abusive ass behavior. So I'm going to share the petition. Hold on, let me put it up real quick. All right, and I'm going to copy and paste the link in the chat as well as save it in the description box after this live stream, okay? All right, so let me go ahead and copy and paste this. Oh shit, I done fucked up something. Hold on, y'all. Okay, I'm about to paste this into the stream. All right, moderators, if y'all can please rotate the petition, I greatly appreciate it. So you guys see that this was created on September 28th, and the petition reads, and this is on change.org, shut down Chrisean Rock and Blueface, stop promoting toxic relationships, okay, by Viper Ross, okay? As someone who has personally experienced the devastating effects of an abusive relationship, I am deeply concerned about the dangerous and toxic behaviors exhibited by Chrisean Rock and Blueface on social media. It is time to take a stand against their actions, which are not only negatively impacting individuals, but also perpetuating harmful relationship dynamics amongst their predominantly teenage, and I will add Black fan base. I was once trapped in an extremely abusive relationship that forced me to run away at night and seek refuge in shelters. The emotional scars left by that experience still haunt me today. Tragically, my cousin lost his life due to the verbal and emotional abuse inflicted upon him by his baby mother. Unable to bear the pain any longer, he jumped off a 9th floor balcony following a heated argument. My God, God bless you and your family, Viper. It is crucial. Chrisean Rock and Blueface's behavior is alarming because they exploit their own troubled relationship for views and financial gain without considering the consequences it may have on their viewers' mental health. By glamorizing toxic relationships as cool or desirable, they are sending a dangerous message to impressionable young minds. It is crucial to acknowledge that this issue extends beyond personal anecdotes. It affects countless families worldwide who are experiencing trauma through these influencers' content. We cannot allow such harmful behavior to continue unchecked. Therefore, we urge social media platforms like Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, along with relevant authorities responsible for regulating online content creators' conduct to take immediate action against Chrisean Rock and Blueface. We demand that their accounts be shut down or heavily monitored until they demonstrate responsible behavior towards their audience. Our society must prioritize mental well-being over profit-driven entertainment. By removing these influencers from social media platforms or holding them accountable for promoting toxic relationships irresponsibly, we can protect vulnerable individuals from further harm while fostering healthier attitudes towards love and respect. Together, let us say enough is enough, class. Let us say enough is enough. Enough is enough, and stand against the normalization of toxic relationships. Sign this petition to demand that Chrisean Rock and Blueface be shut down from social media platforms, ensuring a safer online environment for all. Signed off by yours truly, Viper Ross. You guys can see me here and her in the comment section, girl, signing off, all right? So please spread this petition on your Facebook, on your Instagram, tag me. Just spread it, email it out, put it in a text thread, tell your church members, let it be known. Tag the Shade Room, tag Neighborhood Talk, etc. And let's get thousands and thousands upon thousands of signatures today to hold these people accountable, okay, for the perpetuation of this toxic ass media. Take us out of the group chat right now, Black media. All right. So shout out to Viper for this amazing write-up and for this petition. Okay. I will keep you guys updated on other things that are going to happen as it relates to holding Black media accountable when it comes to Chrisean Rock and Blueface. But in the meantime, tell a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. Let other content creators know about the petition. Post the change.org link in their comment section, especially if these are content creators who are also promoting Chrisean Rock and Blueface, etc. Let them know about it. If you know other content creators who are also disgruntled and upset at this type of content and the exploitation of this Black baby, this Black woman, and this Black man, etc., who bad enough is participating in their own demise, but is being heavily supported by major media and institutions and corporations, etc., for this toxicity, please tell them to promote the link and have their supporters sign off on this, etc. This is going to take the help of the community, and we can do it because we've been on a very, very, very good front when it comes to holding people accountable and drawing the line. Okay, so I really appreciate you guys. Thank you, Abana, for signing it. Thank you so much to everybody who is signing the petition. All right, I'm also going to save it in the description box, if some of you guys may not be able, if you don't want to leave the chat right now to go and do so, it is going to be in the description box below. Okay, for you all to sign afterwards. Okay, I appreciate that. So I'll keep you guys posted on all of that. All right, so let's go ahead and transition. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Hey, Pyramid AJ. Hey, love. Hey, boo. Okay, so that's that, honey. We're doing the work out here in these streets. All right, so in all things Bishop Whitehead, girl, there is a lot going on with y'all favorite residential bishop, child. Okay, there's some updates as it relates to his robbery, girl, the infamous robbery of 2022 that just led to, was it 2022, girl? That it seemed like it happened so long ago. Yeah, 2022, guys. You know, Bishop Whitehead was robbed on live stream with 4 people looking and with 6 parishioners in his storefront church, girl. 3 delinquent thugs came pooching through with guns blazing, pulled out pistols and Glocks on him and his wife, and snatched them for what was allegedly 100, not even 100, girl, damn near $1 million worth of jewelry, emeralds, pearls, diamonds. Oh my. Okay, now you guys know that we have been keeping you guys updated on the story and situation, which included 2 out of the 3 suspects being arrested last year and being arraigned. Okay, you guys also know that the 3rd suspect, who allegedly was the head thug in charge, okay, was put on the America's Most Wanted list. He's still at large. He has not been caught. He's not been seized. Nobody knows his whereabouts. But the 2 younger thugs, okay, which involves Say-Quan Pollock, okay, were all arrested and recently allegedly had a court hearing where they were supposed to essentially tie up the loose ends on a plea deal that both Say-Quan and the other 25-year-old delinquent thug who partnered him in this crime were supposed to sign off on, so that they can get the process moving. All right. Well, they were in for a surprise of a lifetime when that court hearing happened. But before we get into an update about that court hearing, I want you guys to hear a little bit from Bishop Criminal Head himself, who was in great anticipation of this hearing and was looking forward to it. And I'm going to let you guys hear some of his commentary the night before the hearing, I believe. All right. I'm going to put an old nasty piece of visual up, and then we're going to do an old nasty fair use on the audio run. Okay. From this live chat. Okay. This is courtesy of Mugshots of Tomorrow Ministries. Let me pull up my old nasty piece of disclaimer, child. Y'all thumbs up the building, honey, because we're working, girl. All right. So listen to a little bit of Bishop Criminal Head's commentary about the upcoming hearing at that point, which has already happened at this point. But this is beforehand, all right?
Doing. This is Bishop Whitehead. This is the Bishop. So I want y'all to tune in. How y'all doing?
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit.
Continue to damage my name. Continue to damage my name. Continue to damage my name. And continues to damage my name. So I'm here to tell you today that tomorrow, one of the men that robbed my church is pleading guilty tomorrow. And yes, I will be at court. I will be there, sitting there to see everything that's going on. Because, you know, society, when you are an African-American man and you have some what looks like success, society tears you down. And our own people tear you down. From the D.L. Hughley to the every radio station across the world, definitely across the United States. Then you got these fake bloggers, these lying bloggers. You got Larry Reid, you got Tarsha K. You have so many lying people that create stories. As
a FYI, all of Larry Reid's prophecies came to fulfillment. Larry Reid said that the feds were involved, that the feds were coming, and that in the next 3 to 4 months, there probably was going to be an arrest. And an arrest came in November, December, and he was indicted. And then superseded indictment followed the initial indictment. He was also taken to jail after assaulting the beautiful Tarsha Gworllll, who's in the chat as well. Shout out to Tarsha. Make sure y'all subscribe to to her platform, okay? She was the unarmed Black woman who was asked to come up and speak to Bishop, which was a ploy on his end just to get her to behave in a way or to act out in a way that he could say was aggressive and then justify putting his hands on her, which is what had happened, okay? But we want to get a little bit more into that as well as this commentary plays out.
Just to get money. And if you guys know the system, YouTube pays you by views. And if you Google Bishop Whitehead's name in YouTube, you will see every type of story and every type of twist you can even fathom. I'm talking about unbelievable. It's endless videos. So now it's just so quiet. Nobody's talking about nothing because they were all lying and they were all wrong. So tomorrow, one of the
and that's just not true, Bishop. I have reported on Say-Quan Pollock. I reported on the big penis, dark-skinned man right here who was in charge of the girls and put you in doggy style down there on the floor and made your whole congregation do the electric slide to the right side of the church, okay, during the invasion. I have been given very supportive commentary about the case. Okay, so it's just not true that everybody went quiet, because you can find content of me talking about their arrest. And once again, this big, sexy, shiny, bald head, and I'm sure big penis yielding man who was in control of this whole heist, okay, being on the run. I posted, the America's Most Wanted flyer that you and Bryant disbarred El Panda, created, for propagation on the internet. You know, can I get a little bit of credit here, you know, for being a fair commentator? Okay, and for spreading the news aloud. Okay, can I just get a little bit of credit? All right, I'm not as disgruntled as some of the other people are, you know, who report on you. You know, facts.
One of the men that robbed my ministry and robbed me in the church and my wife will be pleading guilty tomorrow. So for the ones that still say that, oh, he still had something to do with it, he still had something to do with it, it's a cover up, you know, and this is our people, y'all. Everybody always want to talk about the white man. Everybody want to talk about the Jew. Everybody want to talk about the Asian. Everybody want to talk about somebody else, right? But we're talking about our own people. Our own people. They destroy us. They ridicule us. And if you look at the bloggers that's been tearing my name down, it's been African-American bloggers. There's been some Caucasian people as well. And, you know, they know how to put a spin on things.
Baby, them mayonnaise people was baby, them mayonnaise folk were on your ass on baby TikTok. Black media was on your ass. White media was in your ass. And you ain't have a third of this energy for them, baby. And they was actually up inside the walls where the anal cavity can be seen and heard, where the prostate could be located. Okay? Black media only got on your ass. White media went into your ass. Okay? Lorena Bobbitt style.
But it's been mostly African Americans and 99% African Americans that have been tearing Bishop Whitehead's name down. You guys have no idea the things that I have to endure and what I have to deal with because of this. And it'll be in my book. It'll be in my book. It's going to be a tell-all book about everything from A to Z. And
girl, the New York Post done told it all. All we got to do is print out all of the New York Post articles over the past year, and that's the tell-all right there. But are any of you guys going to be buying and supporting Bishop and his tell-all, girl? Are y'all here for a tell-all from the Bishop, honey? Will anybody be bootlegging the content from Amazon, honey? All right. Will there be any consumers of the tell-all from Bishop?
Everything. And then when I was arrested, nobody didn't want to believe me that I was set up. And I think last month, the person who set me up was just arrested for the charges that he's been doing out here and the things that I've been telling you guys. But guess what? It came out because of my name in the newspaper and nobody talked about it. Quiet. And that's what happens to young black men, right? We get destroyed. Our names get destroyed. And as soon as you hear Bishop Whitehead, you get a bad taste in your mouth because of what you've been hearing. But yet, no one wants to find out the truth. People don't like me because of what they heard and what they reported. So, I can be, I'm somebody's son, right? I'm somebody's brother. I'm someone's father. I'm someone's, so what I'm saying is this can happen to your family.
I don't know, Bishop. You don't know who your daddy is, so you could be of immaculate conception. We do know that extraterrestrials do be abducting women and impregnating them artificially and then sending them back to the earth, honey, to give birth to hybrids and things. So you might in fact be from you might be a Plutonian. Okay, you might be mixed with Martian blood, child.
Remember.
Especially the way you be carrying on.
You gotta really be careful. You gotta really be careful what you do to people. So tomorrow I will be going to court to, look this man in his face once again and hear him and watch him plead guilty. So for the ones that still said that I had something to do with it, if y'all don't think that they was investigating to see if I had something to do with it, y'all crazy. Y'all out of y'all mind.
I believe it. See, me and Larry were actually amongst the minority of bloggers who believed that the robbery was actually genuine. Me and Larry actually reported that we believe the robbery was sincere. I think it was odd. I think there were odd things that took place, like that parishioner who was sitting to the left of the stage who was doing the mannequin challenge during the robbery. You know, I thought that, you know, the way that y'all had bust that 8-count, girl, when everybody hit the floor and stampeded on top of each other, girl, as if, you know, y'all had practiced and rehearsed for the invasion of it all. I thought there were some odd things that took place. I could definitely understand why there were people who, you know, were skeptical about the sincerity of the burglary. But despite those odd things, me and Larry were actually amongst the minority of folk, reporters, media, etc., who actually still felt that the robbery was a genuine manifestation. Now, I entertained that the robbery was sincere because it could have been the result of karmic debt being paid off. You know, your Bible, Bishop, says that one reaps what they in fact sow. You know, and God knows what the true tea is. God knows what your true tea is. Okay, so, you know, it very much so could have been a genuine manifestation, honey, you know, of Miss Karma, okay? But moving along.
So I want you guys to, you know, continue to keep me in my church in prayer. And I just wanted to let you guys know, that tomorrow, one of the 3 men will be pleading guilty to the charge of robbing the church. All right, so I just wanted to keep you guys updated and be careful with these bloggers who y'all listening to, you know, and I can't wait for you guys to see, you know, the great man that I am. You know, it will mean a lot to me, you know, however, some people just not going to like you. But if you really look at my work in the community, I've been doing great things in the community. They don't want to talk about that. I've been from 2013.
I even talked about it too, Bishop. I talked about how you defended a sex offender, aka Tekashi 6ix9ine, in court, despite the fact that he pled guilty to making inappropriate content with a minor female, and you were in court objecting as if you was Johnny Cochran in the courtroom. I reported on that. I reported you, you know, dipping Fat Joe in bottled water in hopes that he would be saved in the name of the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter. I reported on that, Bishop. I reported on all the food drives that you allegedly orchestrated, but sat in your car and watched other people unload and orchestrate and do all the actual work in. And you just simply wanting the credit. I did report on it. I don't know why Bishop just be insincere like this, y'all.
Now I've been giving away things, doing toy drives, food drives, feeding the needy. I've been doing this for the longest. And nobody wanted to bring that up. Everybody wanted to ridicule the bishop. But it's all right, because let me tell you something. I came from nothing. I came from the bottom.
And
these YouTubers, these bloggers,
and unfortunately still at the bottom. God not be the glory.
This justice system have tried to destroy my name, destroy my life, destroy my family. And I want to sit here today and tell you guys that I believe God. I still believe Jesus. And I know that he is a vindicator. And I know that he is an atoner. And I know that he is a redeemer. That's it. And for every church person that have my name in your mouth talking ill things, because there's a lot of you. Let me tell you something about the church. When I tell you they turned their back on me, man, they turned their back on me like I was the devil. But I remember this, and I will always remember this. I forgive you guys because you're still my brothers and sisters.
Okay, y'all. So y'all heard what he said, girl. The church turned their back on him. So if a lot of y'all saved church-going folk out there have spoken ill and down on the bishop, and then you messed around, girl, and caught arachnophobia in between your damn toes, or the roof of your house collapsed, girl, that is because what y'all just heard is a curse, okay? The bishop cursed you all who spoke ill of him, honey. If you messed around and had put your mouth on the bishop, girl, and then you ended up divorced and single with a single strand of hair, girl, it's because you were impacted by that old nasty piece of curse, girl, that came straight from the abyss on up to the upper room on your ass, child. All right, so y'all might have to get an old nasty piece of soothsayer, honey, to give you a spiritual bath, wash you down in pineapple and ammonia, honey, and cleanse you real good, honey. Your things just went all the way left after you had spoken illeth about the man of God.
For the way that y'all did me and the way that y'all talked about me was unbelievable, unreal. But the comeback is even better. The comeback is even better. The comeback is even better. So I just want y'all to understand, one of the people that robbed me and my church will be pleading guilty tomorrow. That's one. 2 more to go, right? But this is not going to be news because everybody has egg in their face now. Everybody has egg in their face because everybody kept saying,
it's news. It's news. It's whole write-ups. It's newsing right now, Bishop. These men getting caught for the robbery doesn't necessarily vindicate you. I mean, while we're already here, let's talk about it, okay? Now, even though I personally believe that the robbery was a genuine manifestation, there is a lot of fuckery going on in the case, okay? Which we're going to get into as soon as I put a pause on this live chat, all right? Matter of fact, before I even speak to that, let's go ahead and get into it, okay? Courtesy of gothamish.com. All right. Bishop Lamar Whitehead robbery case turns awkward after guilty plea is pulled. A man accused of robbing a well-known Brooklyn pastor at gunpoint during a live-streamed church service last year reneged on a plea deal just moments before appearing in federal court on Tuesday, creating what Judge William F. Kuntz II called an awkward situation in the pursuit of justice. Quote, "This is real life. We are not playing here," Kuntz told defendant Say-Quan Pollock in court. Quote, "You want to go to trial? We'll go to trial, young man." Pollock and a second man, Juwan Anderson, both 25 years of age, were indicted on robbery and gun charges last September. They face at least a decade behind bars if convicted, law enforcement officials said after their arrest. Pollock had signed a plea agreement but withdrew it on Tuesday. Anderson, who is out on bond, has pled not guilty. A third person has not been located, according to prosecutors. Both defendants are now expected to stand trial next March. If they do not reach plea deals with prosecutors before then, Pollock's attorney declined to comment after the hearing. A video of the robbery shows Bishop Lamar Whitehead, who is known for his expensive taste in jewelry, clothing, and cars, preaching at the pulpit of Mugshots of Tomorrow's International Church in Canarsie. Suddenly, he utters, quote, "Yo, all right, and drops to the floor. Then the video shows masked men dressed in all black walking onto the pulpit and approaching the pastor as he continues to lie on the floor before leaving. Federal prosecutors said the men entered the church with guns drawn and robbed Whitehead while parishioners watched, some in person and others on the live stream. Police said the men stole more than $1 million worth of jewelry from Whitehead and his wife, a figure he has since disputed. An itemized list of stolen items that Gworllll obtained from the NYPD after the robbery listed a $390,000 chain, a $125,000 wedding ring, a $75,000 Rolex, and a $20,000 Emerald Cross, amongst other expensive items. In an interview after the hearing, Whitehead told Gworllll he was very upset about Pollock's decision to backtrack on the plea. He said he's been praying about the case. Well, no wonder it's going left. Quote, "I want to make sure that justice prevails," he said. Whitehead, who was dressed in a dark suit, wingtips, bright red Gucci glasses, and diamond earrings, said that the robbery had traumatized him, his wife, and his 2 daughters, who were in church that day. He said his teenage daughter still struggles to sleep throughout the night. The armed robbery captured the public's attention, partially because it was caught live on camera, but also because of the pastor's lavish lifestyle and his close ties with Mayor Eric Adams. Whitehead has described himself as Adams' mentee, and Adams has voiced his support for the bishop in the past. The robbery was not Whitehead's first or last time in the public spotlight. The pastor made headlines in May 2022 when he claimed to help to secure the surrender of a man accused of unaliving a passenger on the Q train. In the days after footage of the theft went viral, the pastor was criticized for making fatphobic and homophobic comments during an interview about the incident. Several months later, Whitehead found himself at the center of his own federal court case for charges of fraud, extortion, and making false statements. Prosecutors in the Southern District of New York have accused Whitehead of stealing money from people on false premises and then using the funds to buy himself luxury goods. In one case, according to the indictment, Whitehead allegedly convinced a parishioner to give him $90,000 of her retirement savings, which she said he would use to help to buy her a home with. Instead, prosecutors claim he spent the money on fancy clothing. The indictment accuses Whitehead of coercing a businessman into giving him $5,000 and later asking him for an additional $500,000. Prosecutors say Whitehead promised the money and would go toward a real estate deal that would win them both favor with the city government and make them millions, a promise they say he knew he could not keep. The businessman has since been indicted, that would be Brandon Belmonte, in Brooklyn federal court on fraud charges and has pled not guilty. Whitehead has pled not guilty and was released on a $500,000 bond, according to court records. He said on Tuesday that he felt like he had been turned from a victim to a villain, his new slogan. He also believes the defendants in his case feel they have more wiggle room because of the criminal case against him. The pastor said his congregation has lost a large share of parishioners since the robbery. Now, I know y'all are going to say large where, but 6 members is large when that's all that you have. Both because people were scared and because of what has been said about him, but he maintains his innocence and believes he will be cleared of wrongdoing when the case goes to trial. Whitehead said the legal dramas have taught him patience and maturity. The pastor said he has also learned that a lot of people here have no heart. Okay, that was courtesy of Consciouztv.com. All right, so getting back to this situation, all right? Here it is. You have the case going in a very funky direction, okay? You have two guys who initially actually pled innocent, okay? Is it Juwan? Hold on. What are these delinquents' names? Yeah, Juwan Anderson and Mr. Say-Quan. All these Quans. Initially pled innocent, okay? Then a plea deal was offered. We don't know the details of that plea deal, okay? But as you guys now know, what was supposed to be the official signing away of the plea deal has now been reneged upon, okay? And if they can't reach an agreement, that is Juwan and Say-Quan, with prosecutors, they will be going to trial. And this pissed the judge absolutely off to the highest level. I told you guys that judges do not like trial. They're high maintenance. You have to fly in witnesses, prosecutors. There's all type of discovery. It's just a whole commitment for the judge and the courts, okay? And it's a lot of moving parts when it comes to trial, honey. You have to bring in witness experts, and this one and that one is very expensive. So judges like to avoid trial if need be, honey. So he was also shooketh that Say-Quan pulled out of the plea deal. Now, what's interesting about the bishop feeling vindicated is there's still something to be said about why these boys initially pled innocent, even though they were caught red-handed on camera and then every other street surveillance after the robbery. We know that they did it. It all played out on live stream, and yet they were still walking to court and say, I'm innocent. Why is that? What were the grounds of this plea deal? What did they say in order to reduce their sentence? Because plea deals are also for the sake of the perpetrators themselves. It usually ends up as a lesser sentence, less harsh penalties. Why was the plea deal struck? Why are these young men now reneging on the plea deal? And the fact that no one has heard from at all this man here on the screen, Mr. Big Penis, who's still at large, he allegedly, this man, oh my God, today. See, I told God that, if she want me to stop sinning, girl, she gonna probably have to remove my damn eyesight, baby, because long as I can see, I know that I'm gay, okay? As long as I can see, baby, I know that I'm a bona fide homosexual, baby. My eyesight proves, baby, that I'm gay, all right? This man here, girl, is allegedly the head niglet in charge, okay? So check this out. And I want to be clear once again, okay, just for me. I believe the robbery is genuine. I do. But considering some hypotheticals here, right? It's ironic that these two young men were caught. And this man here who orchestrated the whole entire thing, he was the ringleader in the situation. But he gets away scot-free, never to be seen again. Not in New Jersey, not in New York, not in the tri-state area. The fact that the two young boys got caught lets me know that they were just pawns. They were just the pawns on the chess board. They were just the puppeteers. Not the puppeteers, they were the puppets, okay? They were the silly putty, okay? Just doing the bidding, all right, of the head big penis in charge, okay? So it could be argued that Bishop doesn't, in fact, know these two young men. A lot can be said about whether he actually knows this man here. Some people are arguing that Bishop could have been in relationship to America's Most Wanted here on the screen. That's who the deal was cut with. That's who the dialogue was struck with. Now, that's all pure speculation. I don't know that to be true. I'm just telling you, what the word on the curb is, honey, and what the folk are entertaining. All right. Now, all smart criminals like to move in silence. Okay. So the less people in your business, the better for you. All right. So usually if something is being set up, you don't tell the help everything. You only give them assignments. You don't tell them what all this is about, who is all connected to, etc. So a lot can be said, baby, about what Whitehead's potential relationship may be to this man who ironically got away and left the silly putty, the help, to get caught and to take the fall for the situation. And for all we know, Mr. Big Penis here on the screen may never be caught. It would seem like for him to have perfectly disappeared off the face of the earth, that this was planned long in advance. This man, big penis here, big penis energy here. Oh yeah. He carved out his escape route very carefully, very accurately, honey. Okay, this was something that was in the making, because you just don't disappear this successfully as a result of a spontaneous heist. So what will it give if the head nigga in charge is caught? What will he say? Also, the bishop probably need to start lighting every 7-day candle, because for all he knows, the DA and the feds that have indicted him and superseded his indictment might be low-key working with the prosecutors in this case, with Juwan and Say-Quan. And since there is a narrative that's already been spinning that the bishop is potentially in on this and participated in this, the feds in his criminal case might be also pushing the envelope in this case with the guys that perpetrated a crime against him. And maybe what Juwan and Say-Quan are going to be prepared to say is that this was an inside job. I'm sure that would get Daquan and Deshawn, or Juwan and Say-Quan, even less time, because they could pin this all on the bishop. Then they can do the typical, woe is me, I'm just a young black man with a single mom with children and a family to feed, and this was a gig and we were paid to do this and everybody was in on it. So technically no real crime was committed because this whole thing was scripted. Now, that would take a plea deal to the next motherfucking level. That would be such a confession. That would be so incriminating. That would be something that jurors could, in fact, believe, especially since Bishop Whitehead has a past, which would make people, to make worse, not only does Bishop have a past, he has a current. He himself is facing trial. He himself is the defendant in his own criminal case at the top of next year. That would greatly benefit Juwan and Say-Quan as a narrative. Everybody would be willing to believe that. And it could fucking work. So the bishop don't need to be feeling vindicated, because for all he know, baby, the war is just beginning. He don't know what the hell prosecutors are doing. He don't know what the prosecutors in his criminal case are doing as it relates to this case with these suspects This thing can get real deep and off the chain. And it looked like it's going to get off the chain. Juwan Anderson, or not Juwan, Say-Quan Pollock pulled a reverse Uno on their ass. Everybody was expecting, honey. All right, this is the day, honey. These two nigglets going to take their new mug shots. We're going to substantiate these plea deals on to the next case. Oh, nasty. Reverse Uno was pulled. Baby, this thing about to get motherfucking interesting. This thing about to get motherfucking interesting, dude. All right? It's about to give, girl. And I'm curious to know what it's about to give, all right? So let's move along because I don't want to keep you guys here. It's already over an hour. So, as a result of Say-Quan Pollock pulling a reverse Uno, the bishop came back, okay, to the internet to talk about his feelings about the reverse Uno being pulled, okay? So let's listen a little bit to the bishop talk about the aftermath, okay? Because he actually did attend the hearing. This is part 2 of a commentary he gave in the aftermath, because I think his first live stream got cut off. Maybe actually we'll visit part 1, okay? All right, so this is him giving his update after the hearing, after Say-Quan pulls the reverse motherfucking Uno. Let me slide this picture back over. All right. Thumbs up if you guys are in the building. Love you long time. Love you down, Boots.
Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Instagram. How you doing? Facebook. How are y'all doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How are you doing? How you doing?
Oh God, just get to it.
Facebook and
Hold on,
Instagram world. Give you guys a few minutes to. How y'all doing? How you doing?
We're fine, Pastor.
If you are a religious institution, you know you're in jeopardy as well. Whether if you're a Christian, whether you're into Judaism, Muslim, your Islamic faith, Buddhist, Hindu, whatever faith you are in, whatever faith that you're in, you know this case is going to be the commercial. It's going to be the poster. It's going to be made as boundaries on how to treat men and women of God and whatever God they serve, how to treat us, if we're protected or if we're not protected.
Let me fast forward.
Because at the end of the day, these 3 gentlemen that, well, I'm not even gonna call them gentlemen, these 3 men that have robbed my church at gunpoint, an example need to be set. So today, and really quickly, I went to court, and one of this guy by the name of Say-Quan Pollock, he is one of the men that robbed me and my church, and he signed off on a plea deal. So they reached out to me, said, Bishop, he's going to take a plea today. So therefore, you know, he signed his plea documents or whatever. And there's another young man. His last name is Anderson. I can't think of his first name. Anderson. So these are the 2 men that got caught for robbing the church. When we get there, Pollock comes out, Say-Quan Pollock comes out, and this guy Anderson, and if you guys look at the video, he is the first one that started to take off my jewelry when I was in my pulpit. He was the first one to start to take things off me. And he came in there as if they were going to intimidate me, right? He came in there with like 6 guys and want to stare me down and all of the nonsense. And then the dude, Anderson, walks by me mumbling under his breath as if he's, I don't know. I can't think of it I can't understand it for the life of me, but whatever. So the court session started, and the news reporters were in there. It was just a lot going on. But the judge was ready for a plea deal because he got the signed plea agreement. Everybody's ready for the plea deal. Come to find out that Say-Quan Pollock, he pulled back his plea. He said he does not want to plead to that anymore, and he pulled his plea back. And the judge said, okay, it's your right. So now we're going to trial. And the lawyers were trying to request that the judge do some things, and the judge denied it. I don't want to get into that because it goes into all the legalities of the case or whatever. But at the end of the day, Say-Quan Pollock, who pled guilty on paper, he pulled his plea back on today. He pulled his plea back today, and he said he no longer wanted to plead guilty today. They wanted more time. And the judge said, no, you talk to the prosecutor, and I'm not trying to hear anything right now. We're ready for trial. You had, pretty much, I'm here. You signed the paperwork, and now you do this. So, and he said, this is a very high-profile case, and the public is here. He went on and on. At the end of the day, I saw no remorse. Let's get there. I saw no remorse from neither two of these young men.
The same way that Pauline Anderson ain't seen no remorse from you. The same way that Tarsha Howard ain't seen no remorse from you. Seem like to me the universe just keeps slingshotting your own energy back to you, and you don't realize that it's doo-doo until it's put under your nose, until the crack of your ass is put underneath your nose. Then you really realize how bad it is, but you're still emotionally unintelligent and don't see the correlation between what you give and what you are receiving in return.
Especially the one that is out on bail. He want to ice grill me. They called a recess, so we had to go outside the court. You want to ice grill, like I'm afraid. You got your guys up there, like there was no remorse, and they looking at me as if they're mad at me. Y'all robbed my church. You robbed my church. How are you mad at me? And you want to come walk by me and say little slick stuff or whatever. So they have no remorse, which means they have no respect for the church. They have no respect for the body of Christ, and they have no respect for no religious institutions, no matter what. Because if you can run into a church, if you can run into the church and with guns and kids and people, you have no remorse, and you have no. And I know that they're watching my lives. I know that 1,000%. They're probably on my live right now, and I just want them to know I ain't never scared. You can sit there and
you were pretty scared on the day of when they had you face down, ass up, Bishop. I mean, you ain't even give them time to get all the way through the slit in the door before you had already bumped it up to the highest heaven, baby. It was giving mighty scared, if you ask me, sugar.
And I fight me and all of that. I ain't never scared. So, I'm a preacher. I stand on God's word. And I believe that they did this because they feel that they have leverage because I was arrested. And I feel that they feel that they have leverage because they can try to make me uncredible because of what I'm fighting, which everybody know I was set up. So good luck with that. And you'll have your day in court, and it's not going to look good. I just want to say this to you guys, right? This experience has turned my life upside down, inside out, with 3 nobodies that came into somebody's church and flipped it upside down because they have no life. They have no life. If you got to come in and rob a church, you have no life. You are the bottom of not even you're on the bottom of the sewer, right? And then for you,
I wonder what judgment does he then cast on the way he conducted himself with Tarsha Howard in the church. I wonder, does he have the same? We know he doesn't have the same attitude about him putting his hands on an unarmed Black woman who was willing to leave your sanctuary of her own free will. She did not need to be touched, pushed, by force, etc. You called her to the front of the line to speak directly to you and to get her grievances off. She took you up on that offer. You set her up because you knew what you were going to do upon her accepting your offer to come and talk to you and to get her one off with you verbally. Well, how do you think God feels about that behavior, Bishop? It was already bad enough that you were sitting on top of a bodega and that there was all type of asbestos and bird droppings in the walls of the building. And there was no back door or exit, honey. Only one way in and one way out. Sound like hell to me. You know? But he acting like, this was the only atrocity that took place in his church. He told his wife to pretty much shut her mouth during the sermon. He allowed there to be disruption in his service because he could have just simply told Tarsha Howard, hey, you and your guest have to leave. Instead, he was with the smoke. He wanted all the fire and then played the victim once he got flamed. I ain't do nothing. This was an attack. This was an attack by Jives, and Jives sent them. And we're going to get into that too, because there was an old nasty piece of interview that I learned that took place just a few days ago that I got some quick notes on. Okay, but just, this is interesting. Hypocrisy for me.
To look and try to ice girl like you're going to intimidate. You're not intimidating me. So I want to say this to y'all. There are some very malicious, devilish people out here, right? And they think that I'm going to carry what they did. Old Bishop Whitehead set the robbery up, and we heard he knew the guys. I never seen them guys a day in my life. But they love that narrative because it makes them look good. It don't make them look like crazy individuals, ones that will go into a church with women and children in there and waving guns and putting a gun to the back of a pastor's head and in the front of a first lady's face with our daughter. So I want to say this to y'all, right? They are watching the church. They have watched you guys turn their back on myself and my church. And it's time for us to come, right? It's time for us to change the narrative, because if it happens to your church, then you're going to be able to understand and feel the trauma that we felt. If it happens to your masjid or your of your Jewish temple, you don't want to feel this trauma. You don't want to feel this trauma. And if your grandmother go to church, or if your grandmother go to the Jewish temple or the masjid, what if your grandmother was there, right? Like what? But everybody gonna blame me. Oh, you brought that. I didn't bring nothing. I brought the word of God. I brought the word of God, and we have to protect our religion.
The word of God. But this is the same man who the FBI said in the indictments, as well as Brendan Belmonte said in his interview, that the feds have recordings between him and Bishop, where Bishop is talking about having GUNS's in the sanctuary. That the feds have recordings that are going to be presented at trial next year. Because remember, these recordings is between him and Brandon Belmonte is what resulted in his church being raided last year. Remember, his home got raided, and then his church, the bodega, got raided last year. They got raided off the hem and strength of these alleged recordings. So I just love that all this other stuff he's considered ghetto can't go on inside of the bodega church. But he on the phone with an own alleged conman and crook bragging about having firearms all inside the house of the Lord. Inside this ain't even the Airbnb of God. Yet alone the damn house, baby. This might be, it's looking like your church is the 7-Eleven where God stops by and gets himself a Pepsi. Baby, but this is hardly the house of the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter. Okay, the same house he claims and bragged to another conman that he got weapons, caches of weapons, allegedly spread all throughout the cubby holes of. Oh, okay.
Institutions. And you don't hear none of the politicians talking about it. You don't hear nobody talk. You want to know why? Because it's Bishop Whitehead. And Bishop Whitehead preached to the streets. And Bishop Whitehead is the one. Bishop Whitehead is the one that is always helping people in the streets. But guess who turned their back on me, and guess who robbed Bishop Whitehead's church? The streets. And I looked at them young men today, and I told my deacon, I said, it's crazy how they staring at me.
Maybe God actually is the one who ran up in there and took what actually belongs to the community. You know, because that's the principle, that would be the principle behind this karma, is you're currently facing indictments and superseded indictments for the way you thieved and scammed the very community that you have the house of God allegedly in. And so all God did was orchestrate or allow the enemy to get his rocks off, because the enemy is always ready to seize. You know, the enemy is roaming around looking for whom he can devour anyway. So the Lord just let the enemy off the leash, because the enemy was also going to accomplish the will of the Father, Son, and the Holy Daughter, which was gone up in there and take what doesn't belong to him anyway. Because what he's rocking and wearing is blood jewelry, allegedly, off the heels of what's taken from unsuspecting innocent folk being manipulated out of their spot and out of their coin. King, still dragging it. Show enough. Still on press tours. Show enough. But maybe you wasn't stolen from. Maybe the universe just went up in there and took back what belonged to the community to begin with. Because as a man of God, you're not supposed to be glorifying yourself any damn way. And if what was around your neck and around your wife's neck was not earned in proper fashion, then due diligence had to be executed for shizzle my nizzle.
Thinking they're intimidating me. I said, boy, those are the guys that I help. Guys like them, they come to me. I help them with jobs. I help them with whatever.
All right, so no more of that. All right, so he just goes on to talk about that. All right, he wasn't shook. He wasn't scared. The boys came in there with all the Bloods and the Crips, girl. They were talking mess under their nose as they were walking past him, trying to intimidate him, looking at him crazy. Okay, and you know, he was like, you know, y'all could get these hands, y'all could get these feet, y'all could get these knuckles, y'all could get these kneecaps. Okay, long as you're handcuffed, you can get this work All right. So the bishop said he ain't never scared, child. All right. So that's where the update in the case is. Now, since the hearing, or actually before the hearing, he also had did a press run with a dried up prune wannabe blogger by the name of Sir Wilhelmina Orenthal McWig the Fifth. Okay. Now this kind of shook the room up a little bit because the folk wasn't expecting, Criminal Head and Orenthal McWig the Fifth, baby, to come together in unholy matrimony, since the bishop has been branded as allegedly, being homophobic and things, girl. So it was quite the shock to the people, baby. Okay, when the collaboration went down, all right? But this also might be the result of the bishop being all out of options, baby. So he had to reach down into the deep bowels and the deep ghettos of the internet, baby. Okay? And take what he could, girl, because they say beggars cannot, in fact, be choosers. Now, let me show y'all what Wilhelmina Orenthal McWig the Fifth, girl, looks like. Okay, this is a great selfie of him, all right? This is Wilhelmina McWig the Fifth, girl, and the bishop child. All right, now let's talk about it, girl, because I had took an old nasty piece of notes, child. Now, first of all, they was only up for way too long, girl. Hold on. Oh, y'all need a blow up? Yes. Let me remove this banner, Reid. Let me remove this banter. All right. Yes, God. Okay. Hair did. And what? And what? Okay. Veneers in. And what? And what? All right. Now, I had took some notes, shy. Okay, now let me tell you what came to mind, girl, when I saw this old nasty visual, girl, on Facebook, honey. Okay? This was Joanne the Scammer meeting Rocky Bivens, okay? Y'all know Rocky girl, okay? Escapes ex-management, okay? Now, McWig, okay, had said that he had first learned about Criminal Head when Whitehead had aired out his grievances with his ex-wife years ago, when she was accusing him of fondling his own children and keeping them from him. Okay, now y'all can find that live on King Jives' page. Okay, he has that live uploaded to his page, Shy. Now, McWig apparently stood up for him at the time by writing a supportive post about him on his failed ass website. Matter of fact, hold on. I ain't even clicked my microphone over. I always forget to do this, girl. I hate it. Let me change my microphone, all right? All right, now, Criminal Head has thanked McWig for not throwing him under the bus like the rest of the bloggers have. But how is McWig going to throw Criminal Head under a bus that he's under his damn self? Okay, just make it make sense. Now, hold on, y'all. Hold on. All right, I'm back, child. I got a lot going on. All right. Now, Criminal Head said that he's not into YouTubers, etc., that he's in his own lane. I'm sure that means the lane straight to prison. Okay. Now, McWig asked Criminal Head if some of the drama that follows him is self-afflicted. Then McWig tried to relate to Criminal Head by going into this diatribe about why so many folk don't like him, which he said, okay, if you let McWig tell it, okay, was due to the stories that he's broken and the popular figures that he's exposed over the years, okay? McWig, girl, let me remind you, sugar, that people hate you because despite how many waist trainers, corsets, and bungee cords you use to strap up them long-ass elephant titties, girl, you still end up being built like a malfunctioning two-door garage, ma'am, okay? And as a result of you trying to trap all them bellies in with all that extra material, you end up smelling like overprocessed oodles and noodles during the hot summer seasons, bitch, okay? Now, forcing the doors and windows of the sanctuary to become open just like your legs after midnight when that smell is vibrating amidst the people, okay? Not to mention that you're trying to pass off them Amazon Prime ass wigs as your own is why the people ain't buying them tied ass handmade t-shirts with your big ass hobgoblin face on it. And you really wonder why they not selling? People being asked to cover up when they walk into an establishment wearing your merchandise, girl. I don't know who told you this was a great marketing strategy and who puts Boost Mobile selfies on a t-shirt rather than professionally taken images. Make it make sense. This is why no one respects you as the OG of the church blogging world, because after 61 years of fighting all your life to be taken seriously, you still managed to turn out homeless with a cheese pizza and a hand-me-down minivan to show for yourself when you should have a thriving ass brand at this point. Girl, you are a disgrace unto yourself in the blog world, but we're going to move along for now. Bishop went on to talk about how he used to model growing up. Yeah, everything not to be, okay? It's unfortunate that most of Bishop's beauty shots were taken at the booking desk of the New York City Departments of Correction. He said many celebrities got saved through his ministries, okay? Mugshots of tomorrow, such as Tekashi 6ix9ine, who went on to be a convicted sex offender and gang member afterwards, and Keisha Cole, who's still a chambermaid for P. Diddy. I hardly would take those as accolades, brother. I ain't even heard them people say the name of Jesus since you laid your filthy, unhinged hands on their foreheads. Now, Criminal Head also had went into victim to a villain narrative mode, and how the blogs alleged that he set up the robbery, and of course he brought up Larry's name, girl. Okay, hold on. Is Larry in here somewhere? Yeah, girl. You know, he brought up the doctor's name, who actually believed the robbery, as I said earlier, was genuine, but Criminal Head wants to be victimized by Larry so bad. Why? I don't know. You know, he's so confused and hurt by media. But I've already told you guys, you know, what I think about the robbery being sincere. But hey, it's easy to believe, girl, that it's possible he may have had something to do with it. Now, Wilhelmina Orenthal, okay, McWig, the fifth girl, went into talking about Vincent, who is Larry's previous assistant and good childhood friend. And he claimed that Vincent is some cocaine-infused nobody, okay? And I would argue, girl, that there's nobody higher, McWig, than your damn forehead, for one, okay? Vincent has never been on drugs. Vincent is not a cokehead, okay? And the only reason why you're upset at Vincent is because he pulled out of helping you to work on that raggedy, tired, no good, no stream, no attention getting ass website that kept getting knocked down by the federal courts because you had defaming content up there that was a no-go to niggas who got more money than you. And you cannot continue to be bitter about this Orenthal McWig the fifth, bitch. Okay, you can't continue to be mad at this man, girl. He ain't want to work for free. He ain't want to work for a criminal child. He ain't want to work for yo, she, we, and he, and non-binary, confused, I am all women ass girl. Okay, he got tired, bitch. Okay, now what Vincent is a Gemini. Sometimes I may be confused with being on cocaine. Okay, but I ain't gonna get into the astrological signs today. Okay, so we just want to clear Vince and Gworllll, and tell them folk the truth about why you really upset at this man and continue to assert these bogus and untrue, unfounded claims against him, honey. And you also need to be careful about putting your mouth on Vincent, because Vincent is one out of the 3 ninjas around Larry that will go to jail over avenging his name, baby. All right. Now, of course, they talk shit about the doctor, aka Larry Reid, okay? Because Larry is something McWig and his swollen ankles will never be. And Larry is the friend that Bishop wanted that he'll never actually have, okay? Both need to shake loose that spirit of rejection and get their records expunged. And then maybe they can both manage to stay out of court in prison and lead successful lives like the doctor, okay? Also, McWig, while you running that dick sucker, that super soaker throater 6.0 girl, you need to be telling the girls how the same doctor, okay, who you got so much to say about, also was the same man that extended Vincent to you in your time of need when that tired ass obnoxious website went down. You need to tell the folk, honey, how that same man you got so much to say about also lended you his parking garage at a time where you were running, girl, to and fro the earth from the repo man, and you had nowhere else to park that big ass choo-choo train that you drive throughout the city, baby. Okay, Larry allowed you to take up 3 goddamn parking spots to pull that big ass damn oil rig, okay, in, girl, so that you could have something to pooch in and out of, girl, during your time of, you know, being unemployed and broke, girl. Let's really tell the entirety of the truth, all right? Now, the bishop feels vindicated by the capture of the suspects. We already done went over, you know, why he probably shouldn't get too spicy, too zesty, and, you know, too excited about that, Thunny, because things are taking a weird and interesting turn, okay, for the damn works, to be honest, okay? Now, the bishop also had dragged Pauline Anderson as a bitter Betty, who was mad that he put her son out of the church, and he also dragged Brandon Belmonte and accused Brandon of allegedly helping the feds turn that civil suit that Pauline Anderson had against him into a criminal one. All right. Now, Orenthal McWitt V also had asked the bishop about him and his spiritual wife, Asia, okay, and the emotional support baby that they co-created together, and what the current status of their relationship is, because you guys know that sources, according to, stated that, you know, the last days of the in-house relationship went up in flames, as allegedly, the bishop called 911 and was holding her hostage as her family was outside banging on the doors, honey, and that she had to flee in a Hyundai, in a Swift, and in a hurry, girl. And then you guys know, after all that had happened on God's Good Giving Sunday, Asia had went to Instagram and had put up a post saying, "Peace at last, baby." All right, well, Criminal Head said that him and his spiritual wife are still together, even though he didn't seem convinced when selling that narrative to the public, okay? Now, I know some of y'all have been asking me, you know, what's the tea, honey? Okay, are they back together? I think, in my personal opinion, that Asia is trying to successfully co-parent with the father of her children. She knows that his time is short, and they do have a baby. And so she's being a responsible mom by not hijacking the child. So you may, in fact, still see her around, but I'm not sure if it could be interpreted that they're back together. I have a feeling that Asia would never really go back to that, okay? But, you know, she's going to reasonably co-parent with him. All right. Now, they also spoke about King Jives, okay, and Tarsha, okay. Criminal Head is still sticking to this narrative that King Jives, okay, employed and sent out Tarsha and Killer to the church to set him up, child, okay. While he denies any fault of his own, of course, in the entire incident that led to him being booked and busy down there. to the New Jersey, okay, police department. And we're just thanking God that everything worked out, you know, in Tarsha's favor, who was able to get her charges dropped, etc. Girl, she was able to go on about her fabulous life and go on cruises around the Atlantic Ocean while he was back here struggling to put, you know, Bryant Disbarred L. Ponder on payroll for these criminal cases that he's actually losing, girl, for anybody who's keeping up and keeping track of where he is in his own criminal suit, girl. It's not looking good at all. All right. Now, he also, of course, couldn't have any conversation and dialogue without bringing attention to his mentor. And according to Miss Gordon, his ex-girlfriend was his butt buddy in the middle of the night, Eric Adams, who he claims is also low-key the reason why he's going through what he's going through, because people hate Eric so bad that they are coming for everybody around him, which makes him, okay, Bishop Criminal Head, a casualty of war. All right. Now, he also had touched on the glory of God Ministries, and you guys know about all that drama that's been playing out over the past 8 months in housing court and all of this, girl. And according to Criminal Head, girl, he said that the Glory of God Ministry stole his church, okay, through swatting, and that the pastor of Glory of God is in his building rent-free and has been for a year and a darn half. Okay. Now, he also claims that the current pastor is also stealing damn water down there to the Glory of God Ministries. And that's why he initially had them thrown out. Okay. He also claims that the pastor of Glory of God Ministries claimed that Whitehead destroyed the church and stole the safes out of the church. And Whitehead is really disgruntled, girl. Like, she's super disgruntled over the fact that this ministry was able to raise $14,000 on GoFundMe, okay? Because, you know, Whitehead can't raise $3, okay? So he's really upset, girl, that the Glory of God is getting to the bag and making it do what it does, okay? Now, he went on to also speak about the jury, because Wilhelmina Orenthal McWig V had asked him, did he ever retrieve, okay, his pawn shop pieces back? And he said he did not. He said that he never received the jury, and that the 3 pieces that there was only 3 pieces out of the pieces that were taken that were insured. Okay, so if that's true, that he didn't get the jury back and some of the pieces were insured, then that means that more than likely Whitehead took a cash out, okay, on the jury, and probably put that toward his past due damn bills, okay, because he got lawyer fees and repairs over there to the Jeffrey Dahmer estates that he owned in Connecticut that were on the verge of being, you know, condemned by the damn city for all the rat feces and black mold that was blowing out of the ACs of the renters. The damn complex looked like a damn human zoo, if you ask me. I couldn't even tell the difference between that Connecticut neighborhood and the ghettos of Chicago, girl. All right? Now, they also had bought up America's prophet, girl, okay? The Bernard Jordan, okay? And Wilhelmina Bartholomew McWig V wanted to remind Larry, okay, because we know he's jealous and secretly envious, okay, that he slept in the king's palace first before there was a Larry Reid, okay? But what Wilhelmina Orenthal McWig V failed to mention is that his stay at the Jordan's house was the result of his broke ass using his disability checks on Hotmail escorts rather than his rent, and that the Jordans were kind enough to offer him a room and board during his struggle, and they didn't even put a padlock on the door at night to lock this hoe up to keep him from abusing the refrigerator. And despite all this virtue shown to the world's oldest drag queen, this fool still went on to bash Bishop Jordan by alleging that he covered up a molestation that occurred at the hands of Bishop's personal assistant at the time unto his own grandson, when that is not, in fact, true nor what happened. Okay. Now, Bishop has actually spoken about what took place at the hands of his personal assistant publicly. Okay. And let me remind Wilhelmina Bartholomew III, okay, through the fifth of what the T actually is. Okay. Bishop, who has spoken about this, said that what had happened was Bishop's personal assistant used the restroom while Bishop's 13-year-old grandson was showering in the same bathroom. This obviously made the 13-year-old uncomfortable, and he reported it to his grandfather accordingly. And since there was no way to prove a motive on the personal assistant's part, which could have been him simply making a rash decision in the moment of having to piss and choosing a bathroom that, unbeknownst to him, was already preoccupied and feeling too comfortable because of his proximity to the family. He had been with the family for 20 years at this point, would ultimately put him in an awkward predicament. Or rather, he was actually up to no good. No one knows. So Bishop fired the man accordingly, who went on to be hired by another ministry right after that. Okay. And the guy eventually died of Carisha-19 a few years ago. So he's not alive to even speak for himself. But this rumor that Bishop covered it up is simply untrue. Okay. He was fired and no other activity took place aside from him using the restroom. Okay. He did not touch Jordan's grandson. He did not reveal himself, etc., honey. He simply occupied the bathroom temporarily, using the restroom while the 13-year-old was in the bathroom. Something that couldn't be prosecuted, but something that could certainly qualify his ass to be fired faithfully. All right. So the bishop has nothing to hide and has been completely transparent about this incident. Hell, Wilhelmina wouldn't even know about it if it wasn't for Jordan speaking publicly about it. Now, Wilhelmina is embellishing an awkward situation, just like he embellishes his silhouette with them push-up panties, okay? And this is the thanks that the Jordans get after they let you park that big-ass 18-wheeler you call a van in their yard, leaving all them damn oil spills and stains in their damn driveway. Orenthal, huh? This is how you repay them, huh? See, this is what happens when you give charity to a bald head bitch. Now, Criminal Head went on, girl, to talk about how mature he is when nothing has matured more than them damn teeth implants that look like they're in all caps at this point, if you ask me. Now, McWig went on to talk about how the church done got all new age with this come as you are mess, but if the church didn't practice this, he himself wouldn't be allowed to come through the doors of the sanctuary dressed like Jermaine Jackson. Okay, this bitch come through the damn doors dressed like Smokey the Bear, and here he is talking about the church shouldn't allow this and that in and out of the sanctuary. Make it make sense, bitch. How you come dressed as the first lady of the Red Roof Inn, and here it is you talking shit about everybody else? Huh? Make it make sense, y'all. The interview ended up being drier than the remaining scalp under Wilhelmina's lace front, and it was the same tired, compressed, woe is me, bitter, hyperbolic rhetoric by two bitter-ass criminals with more cases than R. Kelly having a good time on live, bitch. Are there any questions? I think we indeed covered it all. I think I've held y'all long enough. How y'all feeling down there, honey? Okay. This commentary is shy of 2 hours long, honey. All right. That's it. And that's all, Gworllll. Now, I know some people were wanting to jump up. I do got 6 minutes. So if I drop the link, whatever gonna happen is gonna have to happen in a 6-minute time frame. Does anybody in the chat want the link? I covered it all, vibe. If anybody want the link in the chat, let me know and I will drop her. And we got now 5 minutes. Okay. and we can get to it, girl. Or if we are complete, we are complete here. This was good. This was fabulous. I enjoyed thee. All right. Also, before we get out of here, I want to remind you guys of the petition. Driver, roll up the partition, please. All right. To get Krishan Rock and Blueface out of our damn life, okay? Let me post the link. Make sure you guys spread this petition, girl. Sign off on it. List your reasons for why you want to see Krishan rocking them off of your TV screens, why you want to see them out of your algorithms, girl. If you love black women, if you love black children, sign this petition and stop the glamorization of the exploitation and abuse of this black woman, the exploitation of this toxic ass black man, and the endangerment of this black male child. Okay? Please do that. All right. I'm going to also memorialize the link in the description box below. Okay. So make sure that you guys go over to change.org. Shout out to Viper for posting. Okay. This here petition. Post it, multiple times a day. Tell your favorite content creators to take a look at the petition. Please sign it. Please support the petition. Share it out on your social medias, get everybody on board, and let's really make some noise and hold these especially black blogs accountable for participating in, black trauma. Okay. Once again, this is not the manufactured as scripted drama of Real Housewives and Love and Hip Hop and all of that. This is real life shit. This child has a real life hernia. This child's genitals were really shown to the internet. Okay, this child was literally hanging out of a harness. Okay, that could have potentially led to this child having more injuries. Okay, or being fatally injured. Okay, we're not here for it, girl. We're going to draw the line between what's entertainment and what's in fact just simply abuse. Okay, this is a mental health. This is a public mental health issue at this point. So please sign away. All right. I love you guys. I'm going to get out of here. We got a hot topics coming maybe tomorrow. I got to jump my ass in Patreon as well because we got to get into some things. I told you guys that Knockout Media reached out to me, girl. I'm so happy that he did. And he asked me for my forgiveness and he apologized and we made amends. And I love him down boot. So I'm really happy about the dialogue. I'll get more into that in Patreon, etc. I love you all. Please thumbs up this video. Share, tell a friend of a friend that the baddest commentator, okay, is out here doing it up. God bless Tarsha. God bless King Jives. God bless Larry. Everybody on the glow up-ish, girl, while Orenthal, McWig the Fifth, and Criminal Head out here, girl, struggling, child. McWig over there can't even get 5 stars on her videos, girl. She over there begging down boots for support, honey, because she could never. Okay? This is who she thinks she is. Okay? Let me remind y'all. This who she sees this in her head. Okay? Me. Okay? I'm who she dreamt of being, who she sees and imagines herself to be in her dome. Okay? But let me remind you of who she in fact actually is. Okay, she don't see that though. She don't see that, girl. She don't see that at all, girl. Not even a little bit, child. She don't see it though. When she look in the mirror, she see me. She don't see none of this, girl. She don't see none of this moving over to the left. She don't see none of that at all. Okay, so y'all, girl, y'all pray for her. Big difference. Big difference. What, Brent? Let me pull up my outro, girl. What? It's a big difference, girl, between me and you. Hey. keep them by the two. Yo, between me and you, nigga, I ain't nothing like. Talk about it. These niggas is out of their league. You niggas ain't batting like me. You niggas ain't better than me. Ho, you say you look up to, really you look up to me. I married a G. I got some niggas that do what I say. If I tell them to shoot, they pull out from the 3. It sound like you're trying to me. I'm who they trying to be. Cause I'm who they trying to me. All of them killers come out. But they paid it back when them killers is out. When CTV in town, the baddest of niggas is out. Hey, hey. We keep them by the 2, nigga. It's a big difference. Big difference. I love y'all. I will see y'all later. God bless. Bye.